The COVID-19 pandemic has forced all education institutions to look for newer ways of engaging with the students. While a lot of us are trying different means, we have realized that there are tons of resources available online. Now, the challenge is how we can use these resources for enhancing the education of the children. We are on Zoom, we are on Google Meet, and there are tons of other resources. Now, one such resource which is being used globally is Google Classroom. If you look at Google Classroom on YouTube, there are again fantastic resources. But one problem for us in India or in the larger global south is the challenge of using these technologies, because we are challenged with two main factors. One, network issues, the bandwidth speed, and two, the devices that we use. Majority of us depend on a smartphone to access information online. Now, using a smartphone, how do we engage meaningfully in these platforms or these tools? Because this is so important for us at this time. So this tutorial is about how students can benefit from Google Classroom using a smartphone. Let us head straight into the application. I have already downloaded and installed the application, and therefore let me open the application. The Google Classroom. First time when you open, this is how it appears. You might also get a question whether you are a student or a teacher, and naturally for students who are joining, you need to choose as a student. Now you need to decide, in case there are multiple email IDs in your phone already, you need to choose which ID you are joining from. You may have a personal ID, but in certain cases some schools would send you a domain ID of the school. So in my case, I am joining this class with my domain ID, and here I go. So it's gathering the information, and now I need to input the class code which my teacher would send to me. And when I have received the class code, you go into the plus sign on top right, write the code. The code has been sent to me, and therefore let me write the code. I join. Yes, I am on the home page of my class, which is also the stream page. Now in the stream page, this is where I get to see all the communication lined up, whether from the stream or from class, the comments. So this is like a social media page. You get to see everything out here. Now apart from this, what do we have? We have classwork and we have people. Now people, meaning to say who are your teachers, co-teachers and your classmates. So these list gets populated out here. Classwork is where the teacher arranges the class based on the topics, syllabus or chapters, and then within each chapter the teacher adds materials. It can be resource materials, it can be assignments, quizzes, whatever the teacher sends to you. And teacher can send PDF files, documents, videos, website links. So multiple things can be sent by the teacher, and this is how you manage this classwork. But within this classwork page, there are a couple of icons, particularly two icons. The first one is a filter that you see again on the top right. So suppose there are several chapters and topics, it will be difficult for you to go through each of them. So you can use this filter and then choose one of it so it goes directly into it. You can then again filter it and go back and forth. So this is one essential help that you have. So within this particular topic, you get all the materials lined up for you. The second one again on top right, this is more like a grade card or a report card that you have. All the assignments that was given to you or the assignments that you attempted is opened up. So in my case, it's all shown as missing, which means I just joined this class and I have not given these assignments yet. Had I submitted the assignment, it will be given as submitted, and if the teacher had graded, my grades also would appear. So you can consider this as a report card. And where do you find it? On the top right. Good. As we move in, it's also important to look at the top left where we have these three lines. These three lines take you to the tabs where you have the settings. So calendar is where all your notifications like assignment datelines would come up, or if there is a Google Meet, a video meet plan is planned, and everything comes up there. Notifications is where all these comments, notifications, your assignment, the teacher's post, you get a notification, just like other notifications that you get in your online platforms. To do is where your assignments get lined up. So it is easier for you while you can go to your classwork and pick up the assignments. To do is an easier or a shortcut to go to your assignments. So here, all my assignments are lined up. Again, that's because I am yet to do this. Now, once I have done, I can go to this done button and see what are the assignments that I have completed. So this is how the to do icon works. Classroom folders, it's a Google Drive folder where all your work, assignments and resources get arranged based on your folders, and you can use it anytime or you can access it through Google Drive. Going into the settings, this is important for you to familiarize largely with regard to the notifications that you receive in class that I have shown you earlier, or through email. So every time a teacher posts a material or an announcement, or even a student remarks it, the teacher grades you and returns your paper, everything gets a notification. You will also get an email. For now, it is recommended that you keep these notifications enabled, and later on, if you think that in certain cases there are too many notifications, then accordingly you can choose what notifications you want to. So for example, device notifications, you can disable some of them. Comments on your post, maybe you don't want to hear about it, so based on which, or you can completely disable the notifications. So these are definitely something that you can work on as you proceed with it. So let us head to the main page. Now again, you can go to the main page from here using this class icon. Okay, we are on the main page, and what we need to see is this classwork page, because this is where you are going to get your resources. So there is a lesson on nouns, and look at this. The teacher has given me some resources. Dear children, please go through resources and come up with, so we have some suggestions. So here there are videos and there are links, so the student can directly go into these videos and watch. So these are something that will come up. These are again given as a sample. You have introduction to nouns from Khan Academy. You have also some materials on lessons, and then students can comment or acknowledge, and within this, if the students have any doubt, the student can also post these doubts to the teacher and teacher can respond. So which is a very good platform for teacher-student interaction. Similarly, there are assignments. Now, how do the assignments get populated? So there are written assignments, there can be quizzes. So let me take a quiz. So this is a quiz on Google Forms. So the teacher has given the quiz. There may be some descriptions. As of now, it is not done. So what I do is I open the attachment. The attachment opens in Google Forms. Now again, one big difference that you need to make is you need to check what is the email address given. Now in my case, it is not the email address that I logged in as a student. This is because there are multiple. So in this case, first I need to choose the correct email ID. Yes. So the email address is test@karmaljamu.com. That is my email. This is just a sample, so there are just two questions. Jammu is a proper noun. I say it is true. And then the table is very strong. Identify the noun. So the table. So this is out of 4 marks, 2 points each. As a student, what you need to do is you submit. You don't have to look at the score. If you want, you can, but all what you need to do is, once you have done it, your response has been submitted, there is a confirmation. Go back by pressing the back button. Press the back button again. Okay, you have landed on the main assignment page. Your work is not done. The most important work is go to your work section, mark as done. Yes, you did not attach anything because you didn't have to attach. You click as mark as done. Yes, your work submitted. There is a confirmation. Your work turned in, which means you have submitted. Done late. Now this is an auto-generated remark that comes up. So the teacher doesn't have to. Teacher knows that the work that is done is late. You were supposed to submit earlier. And there is an option for unsubmit. I'll come to it in the next section. So we are back on the main classwork page. And now what we see is, so we have seen how a material could be given to you, how you can answer a quiz. Now there is an assignment that comes up. So I have been given an assignment, character sketch of Sir C.V. Raman. Now here what is important is, the teacher has not just given me assignment straight away, the teacher also has given me a resource. So a resource is now coming up. So first I need to read this resource. As of now I am not opening. So you can click the link and the resource opens in a web page. And then your work, so it has been named against me, character sketch. What I need to do is, let me open this because this is where I need to write. Now this is the crucial part while using Google Classroom on a smartphone device or a mobile device. This is a Google Doc file, but it opens like an image file or a PDF file. You don't have to do anything here. If you try to do anything here, it becomes a little messy out here. You need to look at the top right where you have a box and an arrow. Click on this. This will take you to Google Docs. And therefore, what is important is that all of you need to install Google Docs on your smartphone. Along with Google Docs, it is advisable that you also install Google Slides and Google Sheets. Now, once the Google Doc form is opened, you need to notice the bottom right where you have the format icon. So without the format icon, there's nothing that works. Activate the format icon. Now you can start typing. So teacher has already titled as character sketch of C.V. Raman. You don't have to write your name because it's all been automatically written. You start writing and this would go on. So you notice that the formatting is not right because there was already an underline. You can go and remove the underline. You can use you can also use your pen and you can use colors. So there are certain formatting that you can do from here. Consider that you have done this work. You have to now press this blue tick on the top left. The blue tick is done. You have saved your work and this is auto saved because if you're online, this is auto saved. You don't have to do anything. Close the file. Go back here. Your work is done, but you have not submitted. So you need to turn in. Now it can also happen that some of you would have difficulties in using this on phone because some of your phones may be smaller in size, the screen may not be good enough, you will not have comfort in typing. Do not worry because you can attach your work. So you know what the work is there. You can take a paper and pen, you write like what you do a normal assignment on a white paper or on a A4 size paper, and then you can attach your work. So one is you write directly on Google Docs, but before submitting, I'm also giving you the second option. How do you do that? You add attachment. If there are documents already, you can choose one of the options. So I have a paper written and I want to attach that photo. Click. I'm just taking a sample. So your photo is taken. It's looking good. You OK it. It gets attached. So again, based on the network speeds, it may take a little time. Be patient. Once it is attached, you should be in a good position. Very good. Now you notice this. Whatever I attached to this, automatically the name is written. So character SketchUp Sir CV Raman, I'm submitting it on mail. Timeline, everything is there. This is automatically done. And this is the beauty of this. So you don't have to worry how this would land up. Now, in my case, I have a written assignment on Google Docs, and also I have a photograph. And you can add multiple. Now what is important is, the teacher has given you the assignment, you need to submit it. So in this case, it is known as turn in. So you need to turn in, submit. Two attachments submitted, yes, turn in. But before I go back, let me also give you a hint. As I said earlier, there is a turned in, done late, which means my assignment is submitted definitely, but I have done it late. Teacher will also know that you have submitted it late. Now, there is a trick. Just in case you are not satisfied, you feel that no, the attachment was wrong or I didn't do anything right, I need to correct it. There is an option for unsubmit, which means you can do it again and submit. I'm not going into it, you will be able to get used to it. So go back, and now your work is submitted. Now, how do you want to see how the work is submitted? You can go into the to do button, go to done. See, both my works, my quiz as well as character sketch, it's done, and it is done today. Okay. So these are the two main tasks that you will have when you receive your items, your materials. The biggest advantage is that you are connected with your teacher throughout. You are also connected with your class, so it helps your peer learning. The teacher can give you resources, you learn at home. If you have any doubt, you can post this in your comments or in the particular section. The teacher can also give you individualized comments. So in your assignment, when the teacher corrects the assignment, there can be certain comments which is not to this class, it is directly given to you for your improvement. So I hope this tutorial is going to be helpful for you to access your class content on Google Classroom and how you can utilize this. All the best. And if there are more classes, so like this is one, then you join another class, it just gets populated, so you can choose which class you want to attend, and all these notifications will come up here. Even in enrolled classes, the list will come up and it can be easily used. All the best. Do let us know your challenges that you are facing with Google Classroom while using smartphone, and also how well you are able to use. Let us know in your comments, and we look forward to offering you any sort of help that you would need in Google Classroom. All the best.